Welcome to Rapid Relief Health. What if I told you that the single most common, well-intentioned piece of advice for improving poor leg circulation after the age of 60 might actually be slowing your progress down? It may sound counterintuitive, especially if you've been diligently following the standard guidance for years. Yet emerging science and clinical experience are revealing a more nuanced truth. According to data from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, nearly 1 in every 5 adults over the age of 70 is affected by peripheral artery disease, PAD, and a significant portion are unaware until symptoms escalate. Poor circulation manifests as more than just cold feet or occasional swelling. It is a critical, silent signal from your vascular system, indicating that your heart and arteries are under strain. Left unaddressed, this can cascade into more serious challenges: wounds that refuse to heal, increased risk of infection, a heightened chance of debilitating falls, and in severe cases, even the threat of amputation. After extensively reviewing clinical studies on aging, mobility, and vascular health, and listening to the lived experiences of older adults, a pivotal insight continues to surface. The solution is not merely about increasing the quantity of movement, but fundamentally shifting its quality. It's about engaging in the precise type of muscle activation that triggers your body's innate circulatory pump, a physiological mechanism many have never been taught to harness. You've likely followed the traditional advice: walk more, elevate your legs, perhaps wear compression socks. Yet, despite these efforts, you may still struggle with persistently cold feet, stubborn swelling, or a lingering lack of confidence on stairs. This discussion is not designed to instill fear, but to empower you with knowledge. There is a specific area of your lower body, often referred to in medical literature as the second heart, that governs far more of your circulatory health than is commonly understood. When this system is correctly and consistently activated, the improvements can be genuinely transformative. Before we delve into the practical strategies, I invite you to take a moment and share in the comments: how old are you? Where are you joining us from? And have you ever been advised to simply walk more to solve circulatory issues? We read every single comment because this channel is built for and with you, not just for views. Now, are you ready to discover the missing piece in the circulatory health puzzle? Let's begin. For decades, the universal prescription for sluggish leg circulation has been straightforward: just walk more. On the surface, this advice is logical. Walking is a natural, low-impact activity accessible to almost everyone. However, this conventional wisdom contains a significant, often unspoken flaw. Standard walking, particularly as gait patterns naturally change with age, frequently fails to fully engage the deep muscular pump system your legs rely on to propel blood back to your heart against gravity. The issue lies in the mechanics. Gentle, short-strided, or momentum-based walking often lacks the powerful, deliberate muscle contractions necessary for optimal venous return, the process of moving deoxygenated blood from your extremities back to your heart and lungs. A 2021 study published in the Journal of Vascular Medicine provided compelling evidence. It found that older adults who relied solely on walking for circulatory improvement showed no significant gains in venous return unless they maintained a pace exceeding 3.5 miles per hour, a speed that is neither safe nor sustainable for many seniors. In stark contrast, participants who engaged in targeted calf pump training demonstrated marked improvements in swelling reduction, temperature regulation in the extremities, and overall walking confidence, all without logging long distances. Therefore, if you have been faithfully walking, yet still experience cold toes, swollen ankles, heavy legs, or balance concerns, please understand this is not a personal failing. It is a gap in the conventional approach. Today, we will bridge that gap with 5 specific, science-backed movements. These are not fleeting internet trends. They are techniques grounded in surgical rehabilitation protocols and recommended by vascular specialists. Most importantly, they are meticulously designed for the physiological realities after 60. We will count down the top 5 movements proven to activate your second heart and restore healthy, dynamic blood flow from your feet back to your core. Movement number 1 will fundamentally reshape your perspective on exercise in your later years. Number 5. Ankle pumps, the foundation of circulation. At first glance, ankle pumps, simply pointing and flexing your feet, seem almost too simple to be consequential. They're commonly seen in hospital settings, leading many to dismiss them as relevant only for post-surgical recovery. This is a profound misconception. This movement is pure applied biology and may be the critical element missing from your routine. The calf muscles function as a sophisticated hydraulic pump. Every contraction, no matter how small, compresses the deep veins in your lower legs, forcefully pushing blood upward. This is the very mechanism that earns the calves the title second heart. Modern sedentary habits and low-effort walking allow this pump to weaken, leading to blood pooling in the ankles and feet, increased swelling, and decreased oxygen delivery. A pivotal 2020 study in the Annals of Vascular Surgery demonstrated that seated ankle pumps performed just 3 times daily significantly reduced lower leg swelling in adults over 65, even in the absence of standing or walking. Participants reported warmer feet and decreased nighttime leg discomfort. To perform this foundational exercise, sit upright in a sturdy chair with feet flat. Slowly pull your toes toward your shins, then press them down to lift your heels. Move with deliberate control for 20 to 30 repetitions several times a day. Consistency, not intensity, is the key to awakening this essential pump. Number 3. Seated leg lifts, strengthening the upper leg pump. The seated leg lift, raising one straightened leg while sitting, is often undervalued as a beginner exercise. This underestimation overlooks its vital role. Your quadriceps and hip flexors are not just for locomotion. They actively compress the major veins in your upper thighs, assisting the upward journey of blood. Age-related shortening of stride means walking often fails to engage these muscles fully, allowing weakness to set in and circulation to suffer. Research, including a 2024 study in the Archives of Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation, shows that adults over 60 performing seated leg lifts with light resistance 3 times weekly saw dramatic improvements, a 28% increase in walking speed, and a 45% boost in stair climbing ability, alongside reduced daily fatigue. To execute this movement correctly, sit tall with your back firmly against the chair, feet flat. Slowly extend one leg until straight or as straight as comfortable. Hold for 2 seconds and lower with control. Perform 10 to 15 repetitions per leg, focusing on keeping your back against the chair to ensure the thigh muscles do the work. Number 3. Supported calf raises with a pause, syncing strength and stability. While walking involves calf engagement, it typically lacks the sustained contraction needed for optimal pumping. This exercise transforms a simple motion into a powerful circulatory and balance drill. By slowly raising onto your toes and holding the peak position, you create prolonged pressure within the deep veins, training the calf pump for efficiency. Simultaneously, this challenges your balance systems in a controlled way.
The National Institute on Aging identifies calf strength as a primary predictor of independence in older adults. Stronger calves correlate directly with fewer falls and greater autonomy. To practice, stand behind a sturdy chair, lightly holding for support. Slowly rise onto the balls of your feet. Pause for 2 to 3 seconds at the top while looking forward, then lower over a count of 3. Begin with 10 repetitions, prioritizing the controlled tempo and pause over speed or quantity. Number 2, single leg balance, the vital sign you can train. Balancing on one leg is frequently viewed as a basic test, but its implications are profound. This simple act is one of the strongest predictors of future fall risk, mobility, and even longevity in older adults. Standing on one leg forces your ankle, calf, hip, and core stabilizers to fire in a sustained, coordinated manner, maintaining both muscular pump activity and neurological engagement. This trains your proprioception, your body's internal GPS, in a way walking cannot. Alarming population studies show that an inability to hold a single leg stance for at least 10 seconds is linked to a significantly higher risk of falls and serious mobility loss. To train this vital skill safely, stand next to a countertop or wall. Shift your weight onto one foot and lift the other just an inch off the floor. Aim to hold for 20 to 30 seconds using light fingertip support as needed. Perform 2 rounds per leg daily. This practice is a direct investment in your nervous system's resilience. Number 1. The standing calf pump hold, the cornerstone of vascular rehab. This final movement, rising onto your toes and holding, appears deceptively simple, yet it is the single most prescribed exercise in vascular rehabilitation protocols worldwide. The extended hold at the peak of the motion is what differentiates it. It keeps the calf muscles in maximal contraction, creating sustained hydraulic pressure to overcome gravity and venous weakness. A comprehensive 2022 review in the Journal of Geriatric Physical Therapy concluded that older adults performing standing calf pump holds twice daily for 4 weeks experienced a 42% reduction in ankle swelling and a 23% improvement in walking endurance, outcomes that surpassed traditional walking programs. To integrate this cornerstone exercise, stand with feet hip-width apart, lightly holding a chair for balance. Rise slowly onto your toes, hold firmly for 3 to 5 seconds while breathing normally, then lower with control over 3 seconds. Start with 8 to 10 repetitions and build from there. The potency is in the deliberate hold. Let's be clear, the journey of declining leg circulation is not a predetermined path. It is most often a consequence of specific, underused physiological systems. You do not need to become an athlete. You do not require expensive equipment or perfect form. What you need is the knowledge of which movements work with your biology after 60. The 5 exercises outlined here are not about exhausting workouts. They are about precise daily signals to your second heart. They are designed to wake up dormant pumps, restore healthy blood flow, and fortify the balance that is the bedrock of your independence. Start with just one movement. Commit to it consistently. The goal is not to move like you're 25, but to move with the wisdom and intention that ensures you can walk strongly, confidently, and independently at 80, 90, and beyond. Your body retains an incredible capacity to respond. The power to foster warmer feet, steadier steps, and a more vibrant tomorrow begins with a single purposeful rep. Thank you for trusting Rapid Relief Health with your journey to lifelong vitality.